What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's been quite some time since I've uploaded anything. Things just happened, life happened, baby happened, so I just took a break from recording or anything. The C10 still here. I will be jumping back on that. It's been about a year now, actually. The last thing that I uploaded, if I remember correctly, is the engine, tear down and start the assembly. Um, it is fully back together, minus the accessories. That video, I still have it. I started editing it a year ago. I'll finish that up and then I'll get that uploaded. Today, a little different than C10, actually introducing something that initially didn't start off as a build, but me being me, it became a build. So that's this right here, 96 Caprice. It is fully functioning, driving and everything, and it was supposed to be purchased just as a daily because the C10 is being built. Me and the wife only had one car, and so I just needed something to get around. So I went ahead and purchased this Caprice. It's been about 7 or 8 months since I purchased this. I've always wanted a bubble, either the Caprice or the Impala 94 through 96. And me and the wife had one car with the new baby and my other daughter and us both working and everything. We just needed another vehicle. So I felt this was a point in time where I can go ahead and grab something that I want for a decent price, have a second car, and like I said, I have something that I've really been wanting. Again, it's been about 8 months since I got this, and I've done way more than I initially intended to. But again, that's the nature of it. That's me. I got to change or do something to everything. So basically, what this video is an introduction to that new project, but not really a project, but it's a project because I just keep buying and changing stuff. I should have recorded the initial thing of everything that I've done so far, which has been quite a lot from what I initially bought the car and the intention behind it was. But I'm gonna go through, show y'all basically the car. Again, welcome it to the channel, and you'll see some more content on that. Then we're gonna jump back on the C10 eventually. That's just a lot more work than I have time available at the moment, but it's still here. I'm not getting rid of the C10. Like I said, it's over there. The frame is right here, so it's not going nowhere. But let's go look at this Caprice. Okay, so here it is. This is my 96 Caprice. I have 24 um 24-inch Stratas on it. So everything that I've done so far, when I got it, exterior wise, it looks the same as when I got it, minus the wheels. I did put new wheels on it and new headlights, but the exterior wise, I haven't done anything to it yet. I do have plans. Basically, everything that I've done so far is just to interior stuff and to make it function and run reliably because that was my most important thing. That's initially how it started, is I just wanted to do everything that made it reliable. I've redone pretty much everything on the inside. Is messy right now because I got the kids stuff back there. But starting with the dash, uh, I've taken the whole dash apart, repainted it and everything, fixed all the clips and everything, so everything's solid. I did go ahead and do the, I believe this is the etches dual din. It started as a dual din. I had a regular cheap radio in there. I didn't like it, so I took it out and I put this Alpine in there. Really dirty right now. Got the USB-C dash pad. Pretty much everything's I've redone everything, like repainted and everything. Wrapped the door panels and gray suede, and then painted that black. Redid this steering wheel. Wrapped it. Got a leather wrap around it, stitch wrap. What else? Changed the lights on the inside of the gauge cluster. I initially had blue LEDs, but I changed it to white. Didn't really like the blue at night. Um, Going down here, as you can see, big difference is I got a center console out of a 95 Impala. Front seats are still the original seats. I just cut the bench seat out and just got that folder down there. I will be replacing the seats with something from out of the junkyard whenever I get a chance. Let's see, headliner. Wrap the headliner in gray suede as well to match some visors and everything. LEDs all the way around. Again, that's in suede. New carpet. These carpet mats are floor mats are trash. What else? Um, Changed that all back there. Well, replaced it. It's original, but replaced it with one that's not, bro. Door panel. I have that door panel. It's actually in the garage. I'm currently wrapping that in suede as well. What else? Music. A continuation from the head unit. I got 6.5s in the door. Uh, 6x9s in the back. I got 110 in the trunk. Um, Let me pop the trunk. My trunk ain't nothing special, but the trunk. Yeah, see, trunk. I got 110 right there in the corner. I pretty much plan on changing this eventually. I kind of want a little more thump, but it sounds good. But I got 110, the amps over there. Did some kill mat. I need to get a new carpet. But little kill mat on the inside. Um, I kill matted the whole floor on the interior and everything. Um, but so that's pretty much the inside. Inside has been all redone. Even the seat belts, you really can't see. You can't tell, but seat belts, I actually took everything out, removed the seat belts from the whatever the roll up unit is, and washed them in the washer and everything to get them all clean. Um, shampooed the seats and everything. So like I said, pretty much I've touched every single thing in the interior of this car. The dash, I even took that out and resprayed that because it was filthy. I put some pictures up of the car when I first got it. They're not the best pictures. They're from the seller. Uh, but it was gross actually. The dash, I went with the dash pad because my dash is cracked. So eventually I want to find another dash so I can replace it, but the dash pad is fine for now. Um, oh, let's see. What, yeah, I went with the etches and uh, hand savers or whatever they're called. I got the console savers in the middle for that as well. But the biggest thing really comes from the suspension. Like I said, I made sure the performance and everything is good. So a lot of the work that I've done so far is really, aside from the interior, is really stuff you can't see. Well, you see, I got the new headlights and everything. Car's filthy, but let's get under here. So I went with the BMI front and rear sway bar. I got all new control arms, upper and lower, actually. Uh, all the suspension has been redone. Front and new upper and lower control arms, sway bars, end links, tie rods, um, ball joints. Um, what else? New springs. So my springs to get my car set right here, sit where it's at right now. That's the front. Got a little bit of gap. I kind of want to go a little lower, but so the springs are just. I originally went with um, these are the Hotchkins lowering kits. I mean lowering springs. But that was before I decided I was gonna go with 24. I bought those. I was only gonna go 20s, maybe 22s, but I don't know, something at the end said let's go bigger, and I went with 24. So it put it too low. Like it was over the lip of on the rim or the wheel or whatever you want to call it. So I rubbed a lot. So I got the Moog springs, which lifted it up quite a lot, and I didn't like it. So I did go ahead and cut half an inch, well, not half an inch, half a coil out of the front spring, and that's where it got to sit right here. I'm gonna take it out, and I'm gonna cut probably another half an inch out, because I would like for it to just hover like right above the tire, and that'll be perfect for me. This is how we sitting right here. Uh, the back I got air shocks on. I don't like them. I'm actually changing them today. I actually have um um what are they? The yellow people, the yellow shocks. It's gonna come to me in a minute. But I got new shocks for the rear coming in. I should have bought for the front, but like I said, being my rear sway bar. And if you know excuse me, the Caprice doesn't come with a rear sway bar, so it's a lot that goes on as far as swaying back and forth. I just put the rear on yesterday, but I put the front on, replaced the front from the stock, and that made a major difference. So when I put this rear on, it's crazy how more stable the car is. I got these little shock extenders or relocation or whatever they are. They push the shock at a more up and down angle versus the tilt that it comes if you use the stock hole. Um, I don't know. I read that somewhere that it helps out, and so I bought them. They were like $50, so whatever. But upper and lower adjustable extended control arms so that I can center the rear axle. New tail lights. I went with a 90. I got these from a 92 Caprice. Alpine reverse camera. Um, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It's actually been a lot. It was running and driving car. It just didn't run and function the way that the person said it was. When I bought the car, the listing said runs and drives great. Just changed the spark plug. I mean, yeah, just changed spark plugs and coil. I mean, spark plugs and wires. What else did it say? Fuel pump and shocks. Were they replaced? That's questionable. Maybe they were. They just weren't replaced with the great things because it rode smooth when I test drove it. But as I got it home and time set in, my hype from getting the car kind of wore off. I started to notice different things that I didn't really care for and some shoddy work that they did. The biggest thing that led me down this road is the hard start. That was the initial thing. Uh, when I got it there, I guess he masked it or whatever because the fuel regulator is what I thought initially was happening, um, which it kind of was, but it would start good after you've started a couple of times because it held the fuel up. So I guess he started the car before I got there. So when I got there, I started it and it started fine. But as like when I got home and a couple of days, it was overnight it sit, and then in the morning when I get in, it had the hard start. So that led me down a rabbit hole of just going through and replacing and fixing things that I didn't care for initially or felt should be replaced. And then it snowballed, and here I am there. But yeah, so I initially changed the starter because I thought that was it because it was old and crusty and whatever. So I got a brand new starter, Corvette starter. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, that was the first thing that I did. That didn't solve the problem, so I went with the fuel regulator. That didn't start solve the problem, and I know I should have did this to begin with, but I didn't because he said that he had just replaced the fuel pump, and it should have clicked in my head because the fuel gauge didn't work. And he said, "Oh, it's just stuck. It'll with a couple of few fill ups, it'll loosen up, and the gauge would work again." And I don't know why I didn't think of that, or that didn't draw some kind of red flag or anything. But after replacing the spark plug and the fuel regulator, I did go ahead and drop the tank again and check the fuel pump, and that whole thing was rusted. And the fuel regulator, fuel sender, I mean, the wire wasn't even plugged up. It was rusted off, and I was like, well, clearly he didn't know what he was doing or didn't do anything. And that wasn't even the first thing. The first shoddy thing, the biggest shoddy thing, as far as the work that was done on it, is when I got the car. It had a head unit in it, like a single DIN, but there was no faceplate, no brackets, no nothing. It was literally just a head unit just sitting in the hole with wires electrically taped up. And in the trunk, he had, I guess he had some subs in there at one point, but it was just the power wire just laying on the ground, a live power wire that was spliced together and it was just laying in there. So clearly, I couldn't have that, especially with me wanting music and more especially with my kids being in the cars. I couldn't have nothing crazy like that. So I went through and rewired everything, pulled it all out, got new wires for myself, ran wires, cut wires. It's all new speaker wire. So power ground, regular speaker wire, ran from the radio. Everything's new in there. I did it. I went and just redid it all. Um, but yeah, so this is the car now. I love it. It rides great. There's still some things that I need to fix on there, but it rides great. It looks great. There's some issues. The paint's from '96 and it's terrible. There's chips and everything on there, and then I got this one big dent right here that I gotta fix. But other than that, it's a solid car. There's no rust on it. I'm here in California, if you guys don't know. And this car was in California, a California car as well. So there's no rust on it except for the battery tray. But that just comes with a leaky acid battery tray. So I had to replace the battery tray and everything but that's fine. Um, Speaking of the battery tray, inside the engine is the L99 or the baby LT1 as you call it, 4.3, 4.7. I think it's 4.3. But it doesn't have the big engine like the Impala, the bigger, because like the Impalas do, or the 9C1s or anything. But it's solid. It runs for what it is. In the event of something happen and the engine goes bad, I'll probably just LS swap it. And a lot of people hate that, but it is what it is. I was debating on if I should just throw that in there, the engine for the C10. If I should just throw that in there because it's here and it's built clearly. The 64 ain't gonna be drivable no time soon. So I was debating on that, and then when it's time, I'll just get a new LS for the C10. But who knows? We'll see. If this gives out, then I'll throw that in there and get another one. If not, I'll ride this for year, 2 years, however long, whatever. That's pretty much it. You can see I'm working on the rear door panels right now. This was just out of nowhere. I wasn't even gonna record it, but my friends all saw the day that I bought the car and they see what it is now, and they was like, "You recorded all that C10 stuff. You should have recorded this." Because there's a lot of people that's in the B-body community and would have liked to see it. And I was like, "Yeah, I should have," but I was more focused on just getting it up and running. And then again, it spiraled or snowballed or whatever I said. But here it is right now. So that's pretty much it for this video. Just wanted to show the introduction of the Caprice, my Caprice, and that it will be on the channel more. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right now. I'm gonna tackle these um, rear door panels, and I'll catch y'all later. Appreciate y'all checking out my channel. Sorry it's been so long. I will start recording more and upload a little more if you're interested. If you're new here, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later.